With ThrillJoy making their debut at New York Comic Con, a lot of people are wondering what's next. They hit NYCC as a brand new company with a huge booth, a ton of licenses. I think they had like 72 separate products or like SKUs. You know what I mean? I think they had like 70 SKUs, over 17 licenses. They debuted these picks, which are the like 3D display with the picture in the back. This is their mascot, Blue. And then they also announced their larger product, which is a 12-inch figure called Megapix, and those dropped on Halloween and sold out. The first Megapix character to drop was Freddy Krueger. Well, it was Blue, the mascot, dressed as Freddy Krueger. These are 12-inch figures, and they come with accessories. They're very high quality. The hat on Freddy Krueger actually comes off, which is cool, and then he has magnetic hands that pop off, and I believe each Megapix comes with 2 sets of hands, so you can swap them off or interchange them however you want. So yeah, the Freddy Krueger Blue was the first Megapix to drop. That one sold out, and there are other like upcoming Megapix that they hinted at. Well, they didn't really hint at them. They showed them off in a display case at New York Comic Con. We got to see a whole bunch in this case here. There is Blue dressed as Buddy the Elf. There's new Beavis and Butthead figures, so this looks like Blue holding Cornholio, and he's holding toilet paper. That's funny. This one is Blue holding the Mystery Machine, and I'm interested in the ones that are not blue. So we have this one, Jason Voorhees. That one looks really cool. I wonder if the mask comes off. That would be like really interesting. This one I believe is the Blue-Eyed Samurai. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure that's what this character is from. I think this is Mum-Ra from Thundercats. They have a 12-inch Megapix Skeletor with the gold face. It's like a metallic finish on the Skeletor. And then Bumble from the Rudolph series. And if we look around Bumble, there's a bunch of other Rudolph characters that I'll get to in a minute. Here's a closer look at that Megapix Jason. I can't tell if the mask comes off. It probably doesn't, but that'd be really cool. But if you look behind him, there are some new pics coming out of the Jason, and then this blue one down here has got to be the Chase. Here's that Skeletor, blurry picture here, but that you can see that metallic finish. And then they showed these off at New York Comic Con as well. This is Blue as Leonardo and Blue as Michelangelo. I believe Mikey is the Chase and Leo is the Common, but they've got interchangeable hands here. You could put the katanas, the pizza, the nunchucks, the peace sign. It's funny, whoever put this Michelangelo on display put his hands on backwards. His peace sign is like over here. So these retail at $175, which I think is a great deal considering everything, but it's a little controversial because it was rumored or like sort of whispered around that they were going to be priced at $125. So the $50 price increase came out of nowhere on Halloween when they went up. Now let me say this. $125 is obviously a great deal, but I still think $175 for these 12-inch figures is great, considering that there are other oversized products, 12 inches or around that size, that don't come with magnetic accessories, that don't come with a chance of chase, that don't come with a super limited piece count like this, that cost a lot more money. There are other figures on the market that come with a lot less that are $300, $250, $300. So, I mean, $175. I feel like this is priced perfectly in my opinion. And as you can see, they did sell out. Now, I want to talk about some of these upcoming Pix characters. So like I said before, these are the Pix. These, this looks like maybe like a 4.5-inch figure inside with a concaved diorama and a window. All of these come with a chance of chase and limited piece count number. You can stack them, you can hang them on the wall, display them however you want. It's like a picture frame. I guess the concept is to like tell a story about the character through the image. And this one is telling the story of New York Comic Con. That is the outside of their booth. I know there's a glare. The picture in the background is the outside of their booth, and then Blue is shopping for his New York Comic Con exclusives, and he's wearing the ThrillJoy jumpsuit. And each one of the characters kind of tell a similar story. These are a bunch of the pics that were shown at the New York Comic Con ThrillJoy panel a couple weeks ago, and these have been posted online. I don't know if they were supposed to be posted online, but here they are. They've been circulating. Let me go back to that picture with Bumble. Here we go. So if we look in this picture, you can see something in the corner over there by Buddy the Elf. Can't really tell what that is, but I'm assuming it's Buddy the Elf. You've got Beavis and Butthead down here in the left corner. But then by Bumble, we have Snow Miser, Heat Miser. What's the little blonde kid's name again? I don't even know. Hermie. Snow Miser, Heat Miser, Hermie, and Bumble in these pics. Now, these ones that are on display don't have the wax seals on them, so I don't know which ones are common, which ones are chase. But I think I can see in this photo here. In the Scooby-Doo license, we have Mr. Hyde, limited to 4,000 pieces. I'm excited because I'm a Scooby-Doo fan. I really like the Scooby-Doo villains. So we've got Mr. Hyde, and then it looks like the zombie will be the chase for that one. There's some Harry Potter stuff on here. More Scooby-Doo. Spooky Space Kook, limited to 4,000 pieces. That's one that I'm super excited about. I love the Space Kook. And then on the Rudolph line, it looks like Hermie is a chase. So I'm assuming Hermie is probably the chase to go with Bumble. It's hard to tell because the way, whoever posted these photos, the way they're set up, they're not paired together. So I don't know what the pairs are. I can kind of guess. So I think Hermie's going to be the chase for Bumble. Snow Miser looks like it's going to be the chase for Heat Miser. And then I have Buddy the Elf down here in the corner. I don't know who he's a chase for. More Harry Potter here. It looks like Ron Weasley and a Ron Weasley 96 piece. So some of these are going to be ultra rare, limited to only 96. So the regular Ron Weasley is limited to 6,000, but they've got this Ron Weasley limited to 96, which is a crazy low number. We've got Hermione limited to 6,000. Another 96. This is Mother Nature from Year Without Santa Claus, limited to 96 pieces. That will probably be, I guess, like an ultra rare variant of the Heat Miser and Snow Miser. I would assume that those three go together. There's Bumble, and here's Scooby-Doo, limited to 6,000 with a Velma chase. Interesting that they chose Velma as the chase instead of like Shaggy. I feel like Shaggy would be the default with like Scooby and Shaggy together. But I think Brian Mariotti's a big fan of Velma, so maybe that's why we're getting a Velma chase. And then this is the last image I have with Butthead at 6,000 pieces. There's a Beavis chase as Cornholio. I think there's more Beavis and Butthead, though. Yes, there is. Okay. There's a common Beavis and then a Cornholio chase, and then there's a common Butthead and then a Butthead chase. So we're going to get both of those versions. Ion Flux, I don't know what this is from, but we've got a 6,000 piece and a chase, and then we've got Daria with a 6,000 piece and a chase. And there's actually one more that was announced at the panel, and I don't know if this is a joke, but I think it's real, but Moo Dang. They're making a Moo Dang Pix with a chase. It looks like the common, I don't know which is which because they're not labeled, but one of them has a mouth opened, one has the mouth closed. So we're getting Moo Dang. Wild. Now this is concept art from J Riz Designs on Instagram. I was tagged in these, so I'm going to go ahead and show them off. This is some Marvel concept art. We've got Iron Man, Spider-Man, and then a Megapix of Blue as Captain America. I'm sorry if this is controversial, but I would not be upset if they never touched any Marvel licenses, or at least any MCU live action Marvel licenses. I feel like there is too much Marvel stuff in the world, and if ThrillJoy didn't contribute to that, I wouldn't be upset. So these concepts are cool, J Riz. Thanks for tagging me in them. I don't think the world needs any more MCU stuff. And I could almost say the same thing about Star Wars, but I want to take a look at these Star Wars concepts too, because these I think are cooler. They're a lot cooler. We've got a Megapix as Megapix Blue as Obi-Wan, and then Darth Vader and Luke. You labeled this as Darth Vader, but I think you meant to label it as Luke Skywalker. These are really cool. I really like what you did with the frame there. Here's some anime concepts. Dragon Ball Z. These look really cool. I feel like they could have a lot of fun with stuff like this. This is a Goku 5,000 piece. The numbers are made up, right? It's concept art. The Goku 5,000 piece and the Goku Snakeway chase. I feel like if they got into anime or Dragon Ball Z or like One Piece or stuff like that, these could be really cool. This is a good looking concept. Here's my favorite. These are all by JRiz Designs on Instagram. The horror series. I don't think they would release these this year because we've already like missed that spooky season window. But like for next year, could you imagine Michael Myers, Ghostface, Pennywise, and we already have a Jason Voorhees. I showed that earlier in the video, but yeah, they've already announced at New York Comic Con a Jason Voorhees, which means that these all might kind of be in the works. You never know. A Michael Myers would go crazy. I think a Texas Chainsaw would go crazy. I think, before I start talking about the stuff I want to see, let me actually do that now. Here's some ThrillJoy licenses I would like to see in the Pix format. First of all, I think it would be so cool if Pix did glow-in-the-dark variants. So the first character I would like to see in that Scooby-Doo lineup is Captain Cutler. I think Captain Cutler's awesome, and if he glowed in the dark, it would be even more awesomer. But if you did Captain Cutler, the figure glowing in the dark, but imagine if they integrated glow into the frame. These would really like light up your room. If they put glow paint in the frame and have a glow-in-the-dark Captain Cutler, that would be awesome. I feel like there's been a lot of figures made of certain Quentin Tarantino movies, like Kill Bill's been done, Pulp Fiction's been done, but something I've never seen products for has been Reservoir Dogs, which is one of my, probably in my like top 4 Tarantino movies. So to have something Reservoir Dogs related would be really cool. I feel like there's a lot of storytelling that can be done in the Pix format with a Reservoir Dogs Pix. One of my favorite movies of all time. I've been begging for products of this movie for so long. 1986 The Fly by David Cronenberg. A Brundle fly, Seth Brundle, something. I want Seth in the machine as Seth, maybe a chase of Brundle fly, maybe the possibilities, they could get really gross with it, but like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's up there for me, and I would love to see something done with the Fly. My wife says that they have to make Winnie the Pooh. She says that she would buy all of them. She suggests a Winnie the Pooh Common and a Tigger Chase. I think that would be really cool. I think even if they did like a Christopher Robin Chase, because you don't see a lot of Christopher Robin stuff. You only see you really only see the characters, the animal characters. But to have like Winnie the Pooh as the Common and Christopher Robin as the Chase could be really cool. You could do like Eeyore, obviously. You could do Piglet. I don't think you have to do all the characters, but to do a couple would be really fun. And I think the 100 Acre Woods backdrop would look really clean. I think Predator would be so sick. Mask on, mask off, however you want to do it. Predator would go so hard. I mean, while I'm on the topic, I guess we could go with Alien, but I really want to focus on Predator because I feel like there's some really cool stuff you could do with the figure and like with the backdrops and some of the storytelling elements on there. And then for my last one, just this image. I feel like just to have Dave, that's a yellow suit. I think that's Frank. But whether you have Frank or Dave, to have them walking down the hallway like this, I feel like in that Pix format, imagine that white hallway in the background of this with them walking down. That would look so sick. That would look really cool. You can have them standing in front of like the pod bay doors and like have Hal in the background on like the little diorama. I feel like that would be cool too. A 2001 Pix would be so cool. But yeah, I feel like I could talk about this like all day long. I'm just looking around my room of like licenses that I would like to see, and there's like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I said this in my last video. John Carpenter's The Thing. I said this also, Godzilla. I see Pac-Man. I see Furiosa. I've got a Furiosa poster right there. Something Mad Max related would be so sick. Could you imagine like a Mad Max Fury Road or a Furiosa one? That'd be so sick. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you are most looking forward to from these like pre-announced, I guess, like leaks, I guess, of the future picks that are coming out. Let me know if you have any ideas down below, if there's something you would like to see that you haven't seen yet. Are you excited for the Megapix? I think those are really cool with the magnetic parts. Did you buy one? Would you buy one? Are you even into oversized collectibles? I can tell you right now, I didn't buy one because I'm not a big fan of Freddy Krueger. I'm not like a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan, but I'm really interested in some of the other ones, like the Beavis and Butthead one is funny. I would like just like a standard blue, like with no other characters. I'd like blue, or I would like a Megapix of Chucky, because I have the standard picks of Chucky. Imagine a 12-inch size of Chucky. That'd be terrifying, and like you could put the little knife in his hand. Could you imagine that? That'd be so fun. Anyway, I think that's all I have for today. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe for more content like this and more. Drop your thoughts in the comments, be kind to each other, and with that being said, collect what you love what you collect, and thanks for watching.